People, it's about that time. I don't know. The time for a video. I don't know, whatever's on my mind. Rant. Not a rant like the D to the O to the N to the T. Don't. D-O-N apostrophe T. Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. Don T. DT. Don't. But anyway, let's talk about politics real quick. You know, I've had some interesting conversations with some of my Uber riders. And I haven't had not one Uber rider that is supporting Donald Trump. And what I've been doing was telling people, I don't know who I'm voting for. I might not even vote. And I've done that for the most part just to get a response out of them to see where they're coming from first. I do hate the line that people have fed to me. I even heard Barack Obama say it either yesterday or today or whatever, whenever it was shown on the little clip on the news on MSNBC, which is my favorite channel. I don't know. I just like those guys. They seem like they got more veteran presence, and they got the truer journalism. And Rachel Maddow is probably one of the smartest people that I believe to be, that she's one of the smartest out there. She is freaking intelligent and quick-witted. But anyway, that one line that Barack said, and I've heard it from several other people that's closely associated with politics, and what I mean is either they're a politician themselves or their family a politician. You know, they always say, well, a no vote is a vote for Trump. And that's without, they're assuming, and that's without knowing if I'm a Democrat or Republican or independent, but they're assuming. And they're assuming close to where I am. I'm neither. I'm more of an independent. But it is somewhat true. I mean, these people are going to come out. There's a lot of people who are not telling that they're voting for Trump for lack of embarrassment, and which I don't get. If you're embarrassed to say you support a candidate, and it's not because you don't talk politics, but just because of the backlash that you may receive, then you probably shouldn't be voting for that candidate, period. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but like Charles Barkley says, I doubt it. And he's somewhat of an idiot too. So, but I am, I'm gonna vote for Hillary. I was a Bernie supporter. I like Bernie, but Bernie's not in it. He lost, regardless of how you say he lost or this, that, and the other. I think Bernie made some fundamental mistakes in his campaigning. Number one, a lot of people didn't know who he was. Number two, he didn't hit, and being a black guy, and listening to the black media, he didn't hit black media like he should have. And he had a black campaign manager. And I tweeted her a couple times like, you need to be on Ricky Smiley. You know what I mean? Now, maybe not so much with Steve Harvey, because I don't think the Steve Harvey show was would pander to that, because he's a Hillary person. You know, what the hell that person was doing? Trying to kill me, I think, head-on collision. It must have been a Donald Trump driver. But anyway, I don't think that he was, you know, but Ricky Smiley was open. And I really think that from listening to him talk, when he did talk, I think he really liked Bernie. And I like Bernie's message. But I think Bernie's message was, if we had about another 3 months in the primary, Bernie would have won. And I think his biggest thing, he ran out of time, which is fairly easy to do in elections when very few people that I know even knew who he was. We had heard his name, but never really heard much about Bernie Sanders and his fight for, being progressive and this, that, and the other for over 40 something years. And that's amazing, because it's amazing the stuff that they try to keep from you that is really good for you. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but if it do, let me know if that makes sense to you. But these conversations, I've had Republicans in the car who say they're voting for Hillary, or they're not voting for Donald Trump. I don't know what they're going to do. Jill Stein or somebody, who I don't think that is the answer, or Gary Johnson, who I think Jill Stein is somewhat of a goof a little bit, but and I think that Gary Johnson is he's just kind of clueless to foreign policy. And he showed that with, I think it's Chris Matthews on MSNBC, that interview, a little town hall he had. I mean, it's just little things like he should know. You can't tell me there's not one, foreign leader that you respect. I mean, I know there are some, right? And he couldn't think of any. So either he don't have the experience or he just don't know. Either or. I think that as much as America, if you were running for governor, I can understand that. But you're running for the president of the United States, where we're heavily involved in foreign policy, I think that you need to be well versed. You need to be more versed than I am. That's for damn sure. Or I should be running for president. And I'm not very fluent in that, but I do ask questions, and he did not know. I think it was Aleppo. He didn't even, he didn't know what Aleppo was. He thought it was an acronym for something. It's in Syria, dude. But so I'm saying this to say that if you're registered to vote, you should go early vote now. Just go vote. I mean, if you're a Trump supporter, you might want to hold off. But if you because there's more shit that might steer you the wrong way, and you might be pissed off at voting. Especially the fact that now it's coming out that he would walk on these teenagers or these young girls into their dressing room while they were getting dressed for these pageants. That dude's a perv, and the way he touches his daughter is just it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of icky to me. It seems kind of weird, like incestness, if that's a word. Hugely or bigly. Is bigly a word? Please leave a comment. But I have a lot of conversations with the Uber drivers. I love it. I mean, these Uber riders, and they're so different. And with these political ones, I love it. But anyway, y'all, if you're thinking about driving for Uber, definitely check the link in the description. I know you guys know all that. And like, subscribe, this video, and comment. I appreciate it. I want to hear what you guys think. I mean, let's have some conversations. Let's start some dialogue. But I got to find out if early voting is open for Indiana, because I'm going to get that out the way. Plus, I'm going to be out of town on the extra day anyway, so I definitely got to get it out the way. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think. Wherever you see this at, we can have a conversation, whether it's Twitter or Facebook or YouTube. But let's talk about this. Peace out, y'all.